Wrangler, and we've made some fabulous changes to it that you guys are going to very much appreciate. And I know that your readers and your viewers for your outlets are going to enjoy learning about what the differences are and the new improvements that we've made to it. So this is the 392 behind me on display, which is super fun. But then we also have a 4xe, and it's the #1 selling hybrid in the United States. And so very exciting that the Wrangler hybrid model is going so well. And Scott Talon is going to be our presenter today. He is Director of Product for North America for all of Jeep. So he's the guy who's behind the scenes making sure we get the Wranglers that everybody wants and the other Jeep products too. So he's really the mastermind for many of things that you will see as we progress as a brand here in the United States. So without further ado, here is Scott Talon. Thank you.
Hey, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
First of all, thank you for joining us. I know everyone's got a busy schedule, so thank you for taking your time out. I think when we feed you, it tends to help with the crowd a little bit. But no, I'm excited to be here. Couldn't think of a better place to be here with the all-new 2024 Wrangler than, well, Miami. I mean, look at it. This is the hallmark of open air freedom in the Sunshine State. So I can't think of a better place to talk about all the new changes we made for the 2024 model year. And in fact, not only is it the Sunshine State, but here in Miami, this has always been a perennial top 10 market for us. So it's important for us to be here today to share this latest information with you. As Kimberly mentioned, we made a number of enhancements for the 2024 model year. Of course, we're going to touch capability. That's at the core of what every Wrangler is. That's what defines Wrangler, is what defines the brand. This is the icon of the brand, so a number of capability enhancements across the full range. But beyond that, we've also enhanced the technology, the safety, and even refinement. Some of those touches that you don't necessarily associate with Wrangler, but to further modernize it and bring it up and take it to that next level, we've touched every aspect of the vehicle. But, as I said, capability is at its core, so let's start there. What changes did we make for the 2024? So, first of all Rubicons now come with a full float Dana 44 rear axle. I know that's like just technical jargon for most of us, but what that does do is, one, allows easier modifications for our customers and more capability and more towing. Customers have been telling us for years that when they hit the trails, they want to continue to take more and more gear with them. Now they have these little pop-up trailers, dirt bikes, whatever. Previously, the Wrangler could only handle 3,500 pounds. Now towing's been increased to 5,000 pounds. So easier modifications, more capability, and more utility with the Dana 44. The next enhancement we made, now available from the factory, is a Warren 8,000 pound winch. So anyone that does any real off-roading knows that a winch is one of those absolutely necessary pieces of recovery gear. Whether it's you or a buddy that gets stuck, let's face it, we've all been there, or at least I have. You push the limits, maybe go a little bit too far. I can't think of the last time actually I went out with a group and we didn't use a winch to recover someone. So a winch is a huge part of bringing that capability to the Wrangler. Now you can get it straight from the factory. The customer can order an 8,000 pound Warren winch. So very cool, something they've been asking for a really long time. So happy to deliver on that piece of it as well. Next, our Willys. Our Willys is our entry-level kind of hardcore capability model. It's based off of the Sport, and we made two really big enhancements for the Willys for 2024. First, we increased the tire size. The Willys now come standard with a 33-inch tire, but even more so, we've added a standard rear locker. And anyone knows that you've been off-road in kind of tough conditions, flip a switch for a rear locker, dramatically changes the performance of the vehicle. So the Willys, two big improvements with 33s now standard and a rear locker. Beyond that, the Wrangler 4xe. Kimberly mentioned #1 plug-in hybrid sold in America. I'm happy to say that our Grand Cherokee 4xe is the #2 best-selling hybrid in America right now. So we're extremely proud of our Wrangler 4xe, and the reality is it's truly a high-performance Jeep. Yeah, it's very efficient. Yes, you can do 25 miles in all-electric range, but it's still very much a high-performance Jeep, making 470 pound-feet of torque. So one of the new changes we made is we brought in the Off-Road Plus functionality from the Wrangler 392. And what this does in certain circumstances will allow you to put it into a high performance mode that changes the shift points, the slip rate, the throttle mapping, everything just to adapt and give the control back to the driver regardless of the situation. Usually more in a high-speed situation, now they can manage that a lot better with the Off-Road Plus functionality. So 4xE gives a nice little touch there. And then last, the king of the hill, the Rubicon 392. This is absolutely the pinnacle of capability. All Rubicon 392s for the 24 model year will come standard with 35-inch tires. So firmly, placing it at the top of the lineup, king of the hill, if you will, but the Wrangler 392 now is 35-inch tires. So really, when you think about it, across the full range of all trims, all models, we've made a number of enhancements to the capability because we've always got to continue to push that envelope. But beyond that, some of the other areas that we had to touch on, technology, for example. When you look inside this new Wrangler, the first thing that you'll notice is the all-new 12.3 Uconnect. It's a Generation 5 touchscreen radio and command center. And it's not just technology for technology's sake. It comes with all the great stuff that a Wrangler owner will need and use and want, especially off-road. So they have all their off-road telemetry, telling pitch angle, roll, and everything else they need to know. But one of the new things we've added for 24 is we partnered with a group called Trails Off-Road. So embedded in the radio itself, you now have over 200 trails throughout the country with embedded maps, waypoints, essentially a guide and a spotter with you in your Jeep, helping you along the way. And inside of those 200 maps, we also have our 62 Badge of Honor trails across the U.S. that have also been preloaded, so you can go there. One of the things that we go out to Moab every year, I've been going for well over a decade now, and back then people had maps, they had really kind of archaic ways to be able to manage and get to the trails. Today you go out, there's iPads glued to the screen, satellite antennas, everything else. We can remove a lot of that clutter. Now we've got it embedded in the head unit, just making it easier and just a better off-road experience. And really helps someone that's maybe not as experienced really learn about the trail and go with confidence. So we're really happy to partner with Trails Off-Road and have that embedded into the Jeep. The next area beyond that is safety. Probably nothing you will ever see in a headline, Wrangler and safety. But we knew we had to advance the vehicle again in every way. So safety was a big concern, some customer feedback. So what's new for 24 is all Wranglers now come with side curtain airbags, both the front and the second row. So side curtain airbags on all Wranglers, and every Wrangler from the Sport S trim all the way through the range now will come standard with forward collision warning. So two big safety enhancements that really, I think add another layer of element. Previously, these were optional, but we just felt like, as take rates improved and keeping up with times, it was just the next logical step to take in safety. So two big safety enhancements for the 24 Wrangler. And the last piece, and maybe the most obvious, is the physical changes, the refinement that we did for the 24. And the most notable, of course, is going to be the exterior and the grille. This is the latest interpretation of that iconic 7-slot grille. Unmistakable Jeep for sure, but a really bold and aggressive design, but still unmistakable Jeep. Beyond that, what we've done on the exterior, we've actually taken the mast antenna that used to hang off the side that everyone remembers. Very cool, very traditional, but we've now embedded that into the windshield. So just easier on the trail, better in the car wash, just better overall, just more refinement. And beyond that, all new wheel designs. So 10 new wheel designs for the vehicle across the full range, so a new array of wheels. On the inside, I mentioned the radio. There's no doubt the radio is the anchor of the interior. It's beautiful to look at. It's well integrated, has new slim vents underneath it. So the interior of the vehicle is much more refined. One of the things you may not readily see on the inside, though, is the power driver's seat. Sounds crazy, but prior to 24, we did not have a power driver's seat. Why? Because we used to go through very, very deep water, and that became an issue. Well, we fixed that. So for what's available now is a 12-way power driver's seat, and you have no compromise to water fording. 34 inches of water fording, still no problem. Your seat's gonna work just fine when you get through the water. So, a number of small creature comforts, but collectively, all of these small changes add up to really what is, frankly, the best, the most capable, most efficient Wrangler that we have ever built. So really excited to be here today to share that news with you and have you take a closer look. So I'm going to be around for quite a while for any questions or any other comments. Happy to take any questions right now.